All right, guys, this is probably my third attempt at this video. I've had a stupid yellow jacket buzzing around my head every time I get started. Here he comes, and I finally swatted him in the floor, and I was going to stomp him, but he ended up flying off, and I let him go. Hopefully he'll tell his friends they'll leave me alone. But anyway, it's been a while since I've done a video. As usual, I stay busy. I know I say that almost every video, but it's the honest truth. Seems like I've had something going on every day here lately. We took a little kind of a small vacation here a couple weeks ago, and long story short, the last few weeks have been a blur. Here's this 66 C-10 truck. Belongs to Mr. and Mrs. PIB. I don't know if they've named this one yet or not, but anyway, this truck's came a long ways, guys. I dug this truck out of a barn. I wish I could have done a video on that. This was a guy's project truck for many years, and he took kind of the best from two or three trucks that I could see, including the frame. I think the hood and the bed probably come off another truck. I don't know about the fenders. But anyway, he just kind of gathered stuff up, put the truck together, and he got a really good start on the truck. So we kind of picked up where he left off. The truck is mechanically sound. This is a very good running, good driving truck. Wouldn't care to jump in this truck, drive it anywhere. It's got a really good running 350 in it that I put in it out of a 91 Chevrolet truck. Pretty low mile motor, 3-speed on the column still. You know, if it was my truck, I'd probably throw an automatic in it, but it's hard to kill the 3 speeds, and the way, these kids and young adults are today, it's kind of a theft deterrent, really. So anyway, here it is. Again, we've already went through it mechanically. He brought it back to me. We had a light issue. I had the lights fixed when I took it to him, and evidently on the way over, I had a wire that kind of shook loose. But I got that fixed, real simple, quick fix, not a big deal. Got to put a headlight bulb in it. I stuck this grill in it. Waylon, a good friend of mine and Mr. PIB'S and Tim's, he found that grill at a swap meet or something. Real good looking grill. They're going to paint the Chevrolet letters black. That's what they're supposed to be. But they got a little bit of paint work still do on the truck. Right here, obviously. Just anywhere that's not this cream tan color. The roof, the pillars and stuff coming down. But they put these American Racing torque thrust wheels on this truck. And I'm telling you, that was a game changer for this truck. I think they look so much better than the rallies. That's just me talking. Obviously, to each their own. But in a torque thrust wheels defense, a lot of people carry on, that's all you see at the rod run, damn torque thrust wheels. There's a reason for it. They look good. They're a good looking wheel, guys. It's kind of like the slot of the 2000s, I guess. I mean, everybody has them, but again, they're a good looking wheel. That's what I was going to buy for my 56, and I kind of listened to everybody else wanting something different, and I went with the Coys C-33s. They're a billet aluminum, 20-inch, kind of a steel smoothie wheel, whatever you want to call them, but again, they're billet aluminum. I like them, but I'll tell you, I like these better. That's just a good looking wheel. But anyway, what do I have left to do to the truck? Let me just shut up and get to that. So I've got these lift shackles and a couple boxes of stuff that Mr. PIB brought me over here. I don't even know what all. There's mirrors in here, armrests for the doors, just a whole bunch of stuff. I've got one more vent shade to put on. Quite a few little odds and ends. But if I could just get out here and get started on it one day early in the morning and work all day, I could get it knocked out. The biggest thing is getting the lift shackles put on. I hate putting those things on, but once you flip an axle, that's really your only out if you want to raise it back up as a lift shackle, unless you flip the axle back under the spring, and we don't want to do all that. I really like the stance on the truck, but I think lifting it 1 inch in the rear is not going to do anything but help it. The rear pumpkin is just, the rear end, whatever, is just sort of kissing that bed floor if you hit a big hump. Tim Dixon done a hell of a C-notch in that frame, and I tell you, it looks great. He done a really good job at that. But when we gave it that much more clearance, it found something else to flirt with, and that was this bed floor. So I'm gonna raise it up an inch. I think that will solve our issues. I've drove the truck. I drove it to my house, and I don't let any grass grow under me, guys. I drive them pretty hard. And I only heard it kind of bump just a couple times, and those were pretty good humps in the road. So I think the 1 inch will fix the issue. But anyway, so that's the biggest thing is the lift shackles, and then we just sort of got to jump in, and we got some speakers. We got a radio antenna. You can see these little plates here. When you open the door, it goes down on the striker. I can't ever think of the damn names or nothing. But hang on a second. That'll bug me if I don't look. Yeah, seal plates. I don't know why in the world I couldn't think of that. My mind just wanders sometimes, guys. I sleep probably 4 hours a night, 5 on a good night, and that's if I'm not waking up in between. So anyways, again, my mind just sort of wanders sometimes. There's some windshield wipers, headlight bulbs, just a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, I'm hoping, again, one good day I can get this truck knocked out. I'll go ahead and show you my 56. I haven't really done anything to the truck. It's pretty much exactly like it was last time y'all seen it. There's the coy wheels that I put on it. Really like the wheels, but again, I think I like the torque thrust better. But on this 56, I think those are a little more fitting. And, you know, once the truck's painted, I'll probably paint the wheels too. And I don't know. I think I'll be satisfied. But anyway, that's also 20 by 10 in the back and a 20 by 8 in the front. Just comment if you want to know the tire size. I'll let you know. Got my bed back. Here's my bed. I bought this bed off of a friend of mine, and an old friend of Mr. PIB'S. Him and Mr. PIB'S known each other a whole lot longer than I've known either one of them, but he actually fixed a few cars for Mr. PIB back in the day. And believe it or not, Mr. PIB used to have some slick stuff, some big money stuff, and I guess he's just like me. He started liking this old patina shop style stuff. But anyway, so I dug this bed out of a barn, and in the barn, you couldn't really tell a whole lot about it. It was, you know, had stuff piled up on top of it. It looked pretty good, though. I mean, I have to say, when I seen it, I thought, well, it's a whole lot better than what I've got. The bed that was on the truck, Tim was going to have to fix, and it was just in shambles. It was so rusty. And like I said, I found this one, and I'm going to have a lot of money in the bed, but that's okay. When I got it all dug out, you know, back here behind on the rear of the fenders, all of this was ate out. And Tim, you can see it's got surface rust on it, but Tim went back in here. He fixed all that. Again, guys, that's just surface rust. I'll knock that off. You could even spray a little PB blaster on it and wipe it off. But just done a damn jam-up job on them fenders. The bed sides were good. I had him go ahead and fill in. You can see that little spot right there. That's where the tailgate latch would have went in and the chain would have hooked. We went ahead and slicked that up. This piece had already been cut out for some reason, and Tim went in there and really fixed that right. That was just a gobbed up mess. It looked like I'd got drunk and come out here and tried to weld. Just a damn mess, but he really saved that. He was going to cut these off and he forgot, but I got to cut these off, and I'm going to put a different latch system in here. I don't like the chains, and that headboard, he had to do some work on the bottom. So literally every piece of the bed he had to do metal work on, but it's all done. It's good and solid. So the truck doesn't really need any metal work at this point, other than this little seam right here above the firewall. And I think I'm going to buy a kit from LS Fab to slick that firewall up and just do away with all them holes and stuff. It's gonna be kind of an undertaking since everything's in here, the motor's in here, but I've got to pull that motor out to do the oil pan, the cam and lifters. Nothing wrong with it, doesn't need any of that, but I just might as well do it while all this is off. Of course, that fender is just sitting on there. It's got one bolt in it, so 2 seconds and that's off. So I could go ahead, jerk the radiator out, pull the motor out, put the low profile oil pan on it, the cam and lifters. I go ahead and do a rear main seal and a front seal and a transmission. Might as well. The truck's been setting for a while. Just go ahead and get that out of the way. And while the motor's out, go ahead and put the CPP I think it's CPP, power steering box on it, the new knuckle, and slick that firewall up and fix this up here, and I'm done with metal work, and we can start paint. I'm really ready to get this truck on the road. Just the other day, I was talking to Mr. PIB. I've got everything. I could just go ahead and throw it together like it is. Rattle can paint it this brown and mount the seat in it, the door panels, the carpet, and just drive it. I could, you know, I wouldn't care to jump in the truck and take off anywhere. It's a good running, driving truck, but there's just so many little things I want to do that would be so much easier to do now while it's apart. I'm just trying to be patient, and I'll get around to it. I just got to get all this other stuff done. So just kind of wanted to show you where I was at, and, you know, I guess play catch up with you guys. Now I've got 2 other trucks out here I'm fixing to do a video on. I'll try to post those right behind this one, and those are going to come after this one. And the 56 is on the back burner, so we got to get this one done. I'm going to work on Tim Dixon's black truck, and then I think Moon Pie's coming back over here for a few little things. Don't know what all. And then once all that's done, I think we're going to start on Mr. and Mrs. PIB's 80 model truck. That's going to be a lot of work, but I think it'll be a lot of fun for me and them both. I'm just glad they got deep pockets. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.